is connected with some aspects of the last class session that we are working with segmental and super segmental information, right? Because this first class is about recycling those theoretical concepts. So today in the first half of this class for the ELT 214, right? Section 1 on March the 22nd. I would like to invite you to a very brief activity. The activity is that I'm going to say a word, and then you have to say a word starting with the last sound, not the letter, but the sound, okay? Remember that this class focuses more than spelling and letters. It focuses on phonemes, on speech sounds, right? So for example, if I say, I'm going to type this word in the chat, right? In the chat box, by the way. Okay. So if I say dance, right? If I say dance, the last sound is s, right? Dance. So the next word should start with s. So the next word could be, for example, sun. I don't know. Sun. What's the last sound of the word sun? Right? Yes?
N.
And right? Exactly. So let's focus on the sound, not the letter, all right? I know that the letter is N, but the
Focus on
sound.
the sound, no letter, no letter.
Exactly. So the last sound is, the last phoneme is N. So think about the word starting with the sound N. For example?
Nation.
Come again?
Nation.
Can you type it, please? I think I heard nation. Is that right?
Yes.
Nation. Perfect. Thank you so much, Bastian. Nation. The last sound of nation is again n. So think about another word that starts with n. It has to start with n.
No one?
No one. No one. But I think that's two words, right? It could be none. No one. Do you write no one with I mean as one word or as two words? Just like Alicia Keys' song, right? No one.
No, I always write it like one word. Oh God.
Okay, that's totally fine. We can say maybe nobody. I don't know. Nobody. Okay, did you get the idea? The idea is that, as Gaspar was typing in the chat, right? We are focusing on the sound, not on the letters, not on the spelling, all right? So, for example, if the word is, for example, file, the last sound is So the next word should start with the sound For example, I don't know, late. The last sound of late is t. Little, all right, little. So let's see if it works, all right? So focus on the last sound. Okay, the last sound. Yes. All right, so let's start with Amaya, all right? So my word is laugh. Yes, Amaya. Can you think about a word starting with the last sound of laugh?
Freak.
Five. The number
Five.
5? Okay, 5. 5. Bastian, can you think about a word starting with the last sound of 5?
Variation.
Variation. All right, variation. Very good. Claudia Morales, can you think about a word starting with the last sound of variation? You can type it if you want, if your microphone's not working, Claudia. By the way, I'm sorry I got disconnected last session. I don't know. I really don't know what happened, and it took me a while to get back to a team session, and eventually got connected. Like after 1 o'clock, I posted a message. And by the way, all right. So
Okay, teacher, don't worry.
thank you, but I really enjoy the after conversations were really interesting. I had a wonderful time with all the conversations. Yeah, and it got I looked like I was frozen, right? It was you're totally right. So Claudia, can you think about a word starting with the last sound of variation? I've always wanted to try this feature. Okay, so no luck with that. Let's try with Gaspar. Gaspar, can you think about a word starting with the last sound of variation?
Sorry, could you repeat the question, please?
Sure. The last sound of variation, which is in the chat. Variation. Exactly.
Exactly. Yes.
Can you think about a word starting now? Starting with
V.
with
A word starting with
with yes.
Nationality.
Perfect. Nationality. Very well done.
Starting with the sound.
Starting with exactly. Nationality. So Lisbeth, thank you, Gaspar. Lisbeth, can you think
You're
about
welcome, Professor.
alrighty. Lisbeth, can you think about a word starting with the last sound of nationality? Nationality, the long E, long and tense E. Nationality.
With the long E.
Yes, with a long E.
I'm not sure, but inside.
Inside, all right. Inside. Inside. Like that or like that? Inside or inside?
The second one.
The second one, all right, inside. Perfect. Inside, thank you. Natalia, can you think about a word starting with the last sound?
I'm thinking, teacher,
All right, alrighty.
is the sound D like a
Yes.
D?
Yes, like D, like D.
Dump?
Don't, all right, excellent. Don't. Sebastián Camaño, can you think about a word starting with the last sound of don't?
Try.
Try. All right. Very well done. And William, can you think about a word starting with the last sound?
Instant.
With try.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Sure. Can you think about a word starting with the last sound of try?
Okay. Guy.
All right. All right. When we think about the word try, what may come to our minds is maybe the diphthong, right? The diphthong I, right? So as we considered diphthongs as one single sound unit, so maybe you want to start the next word with the diphthong I. So for example,
guy.
Yes, but guy starts, I mean, it finishes, it ends with I. Which word can start with I? Cannot hear you. I think you're muted.
Irish, for example, Irish.
But great, Irish, very well done. Irish starts with I. All right, all right. So very well done, very well done. This exercise is not difficult, right? Sorry, the other way around. This exercise is difficult because you need to focus on the sound, right? And sometimes spelling gets in the way and it's difficult to focus. For example, if you think about the word laugh, we in the chat box, we have the word laugh, like ha 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 ha, I'm laughing. So laugh ends with a G and an H, right? L-A-U-G-H, but the final sound is f, as in fun. The word, for example, inside, if you spell it, I-N-S-I-D-E, but the last sound is D. So that's why this exercise is a little bit tricky. You need to focus on the listening, on your, try to use your ears, right? Not on the spelling. All right, guys. We have some options, right? We have some options. The idea is that we can take a look at some exercises connected with segmental information, or we can go over supersegmental information, depending on what you would like to practice, what you feel more, maybe that you need more practice about. For example, when I say segmental, right? We have this paragraph that I'm going to ask a volunteer to read aloud. Maybe one or two, I don't know. Lisbeth, would you like to read this aloud?
Okay.
All right. Whenever you want.
So we're talking about joining local as we're in a different country. How much of the local culture do you observe? How much like local, because we both live in Japan, right? How much in percentage, for example? How much Japanese food would you say you eat?
Thank you so much. Very well done. Thank you so much. Very well done. So I would like to invite you to this exercise and see how you do. And then you can say, let's continue working with segmental features of English, or let's move on with super segmental features of English. Okay. So Let's take a look at question number 1. Bastian Albiel, would you like to take the first question?
Okay. How many plosive sounds are there in this statement?
All right, let me know, and we can all pitch in. All right, we can all contribute. By the way, Bastian and all the students in this virtual session, let me know, and I can highlight the plosive sounds for you here. So, which ones are the plosive sounds you were able to identify?
I think we have 4 plosive sounds.
All right, go for them.
Okay, for example, in talking we have 2 two plosive sounds, but the most prominent in that word is t. And about.
About.
All right, keep it up.
Different.
Different, right? And country.
Yes, country, but country has vowels and consonants. Can you help me out? Which ones are the ones that you want me to highlight? Which ones? Country is a word, like which sounds, which...
K. And in the word different, in my way, the plosive sound is d, different, and not different. Different. In my way, I don't know if it's the correct pronunciation, but I used to pronounce different and not different.
Right, there might be an elision of the final sound of different. So you may say different country. Yes, you can elide it. Absolutely agree with that. Any other plosive sound that you might have identified?
With about the v, the bilabial.
All right, very well done. The bilabial, b, b, b. Yes. Any other?
And in talking, the k.
Perfect. Any other?
In local, the k too.
Local, the k. All right, excellent. Any other?
And going,
Uh-huh.
the G, initial G. Going.
In going, the initial g. Okay. The initial g. Excellent. Any other?
A question, the nasal is plosive or not?
If you stop the air somewhere in the oral cavity or in the nasal cavity to produce now if you can keep doing that is usually it's not a plosive sound.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. Righty. Good question. Any other? No? Okay, I think we're good. Unless you can find another plosive sound in country. What do you think?
But the t and r are together, so that doesn't matter.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because for me, it's not like county is country. It's another sound.
Right. I understand your point, but both phonemes are separated. I mean, they can be pronounced separately, like t, r, country. Yes. So they can be separated here. Right, let's go for the second one. Let's, if you don't have any comments or questions, let's ask Sebastián Camaño to take the second statement. Sebastián, can you read it, please, and work with it?
All right. Which words can contain fricative sounds? Which fricative sounds?
Yes, sir. Okay, this is for Sebastián and for everyone in the room. Fricative, fricative sounds, fricative.
So we are talking about
fricative sounds such as in the word different.
As in the word as after local the no the yes that one.
Good job. Keep them coming.
so.
Don't stop.
So in the word so there.
Excellent. Keep them coming. Don't stop believing. Don't stop.
Glee. Glee song.
Oh, that's too young for me, boy. That's too young for me. Glee is too young.
Yeah, for me too.
Actually, I was thinking a little bit.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah.
In
Any
talking,
other?
the g.
All right, I like that. Okay, let's focus on the last part of talking. So when we transcribe talking, we need to think about an initial t, a long and tense o, to, and then a k, and then probably short e, and then the last sound it should be talking, because all of the ing forms end with this this nasal sound. So talking, we don't finish with g, not like talking g. Okay, so this is the last well, this is a symbol, the symbol representing but not g. All right, never and a word like speaking g, talking g. All right, so any other fricative sound present in here? Okay, let's focus on exercise number 3. And I would like to have a volunteer. For example, Amaya Fonsalida. Amaya, can you read the statement, the question, and then everyone can contribute, please? Amaya.
Yeah. The last one, right? Ah, the number 3. Okay. Which I don't know how to pronounce that one. Which approximate sounds are in initial position?
Yes, excellent.
The word where and word W in the word where.
Sorry, that one?
Yes.
Yes, all right. And I guess same thing here. What are the approximant sounds anyway? I mean, who remembers that? That's something that, you know, we don't use a lot. So we may have some difficult remembering approximants.
Probably is a consonant, but sounds like a vowel, but it's a consonant.
Exactly. Yes, they are a very strange phonetic being in between one category and the other category. Let me read a definition for you. It's not my definition. I found it. Approximants are speech sounds that involve the articulators approaching each other, but not narrowly enough, nor with enough articulatory precision to create turbulent airflow. So they are kind of fricative, but they're not fricative because, you know, there's not enough friction. There's the space, right, for the airflow to leave the oral cavity. It doesn't create any type of friction or turbulency, right? Turbulence, I think it's the word. So when we talk about approximants, we talk about w as your classmate identified, w as in where, what, right? We also talk about ye as in yes, right? Yes, young. Those are called semi-vowels, right? So semi-vowels are also part of this family called approximant. And in the approximant group, we also talk about right? And for the same reason. And are articulated without a lot of, there's still room for the airflow to leave without causing friction, as when you say, for example, zzz, that you leave a very, very narrow gap. Anyway, so considering the information, w in where, we're, and w in we're, same thing. Any other?
Yes. Yes.
W.
Yes and no. It's not W because W is the letter. The sound
It's
is
the letter. It's the sound, not the letter.
Yes, not the letter, exactly.
Not the letter, exactly. Yes.
All right. So, any other? Yes, you said yes.
No.
In local,
Yes, in local.
L.
In local, the sound.
L.
The sound L. Perfect, Lisbeth. Oh, let's put both together, right? Local. Local. All right. What about the L in this word? Yes? No?
No, because we don't pronounce that sound. It's talking. We're talking.
Perfect. Yes, exactly. We don't say talking, right? So it's like it doesn't exist, right? Okay, all right. Any other approximant?
We have other approximant sounds, for example, in the word different and where, but they are not in an initial position.
Okay, so different, And the other one was it country?
Right?
Okay, country. Perfect.
And in where or where?
Yes,
And
we.
where it's not the sound, but in where? Yes.
Okay, okay, we are, right? We are. Sounds like weird, like strange, right? Weird. Perfect. And if no further questions are asked about this, let's go, William, to the last question, please.
How many excuse me, you are
Sorry.
right.
Sorry.
And how many diphthongs are there? Which ones? Centering or closing?
I have a doubt in local because I always I don't know if it's low like a diphthong or the is one sound that sounds like an U but it's low.
It's a diphthong. The first one, the first vowel sound is a diphthong. Yes. Well, it can be a diphthong with a schwa or with an O. O or O. But still, a diphthong. Shall I mark it here? This one?
Yes.
Okay. First diphthong. And this diphthong is, would you call it a centering or a closing?
You got me because you said that could be with an schwa or without a schwa. So if it's without the schwa, it's closing, and if it's with the schwa, it's centering.
Right, but what I mean is the first sound of the glide, the first sound of the diphthong, the first sound it could be a schwa or an right? But the last one is definitely a oo, low or low. Yes.
So I think it's closing.
Closing. All right. Alrighty. Perfect. Any other diphthong? Closing.
About.
About, right?
Oh.
So, oh. And this one is.
Could be country. Oh.
Okay, good one. Good one. Now, close your eyes. Close your eyes and listen to the word country. 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 Do you hear a diphthong? Do you hear, like, is it like country? Country.
No, I don't hear a diphthong there.
No.
Right, exactly. It's not actually this section could be transcribed as k and then a wedge, country, country. Okay, so this is a monophthong, not a diphthong. Is the wedge, right, or carrot, the old friend that we had last semester, or first semester 2020. Any other diphthongs present here?
In going.
Okay. Going, all right. All right. What kind of?
Closing.
Closing, all right. Yes, sir. Thank you, Lisbeth.
Probably we have other diphthong in the great pronunciation of we're.
Uh-huh. We're.
In the great pronunciation.
Yeah, you're right. It could be there could be a pronoun. I mean, a diphthong here. We are talking about going local as we are in a we are ear exactly. Yeah, right. Gosh, I can barely see what what I wrote here. I'm sorry, guys. It could be
Don't worry,
yeah.
Professor.
Thank you for your patience, Gaspar. You're an angel. Yeah. Now, what about the first word? Does it ring a bell to you? The first word that Katie says. Is that a diphthong? I don't know. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. All right.
yes.
All righty. So, oh, oh, um, probably a closing one.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So my question is, how do you feel with an exercise like this? Do you feel like empowered, like, hey, I can do this, or you feel like you need more exercises, more practice?
Uh, I think in the last semester,
Mhm.
these were the most difficult exercises, but now I see this is not so difficult. If you remember the rules, it's not difficult.
Right.
But I have a comment with the word country that I think uh, you you are the only person that pronounce correctly that one, because I think when people speak um,
Real
fast,
English?
when they speak fast, they could say country or country more sound like a diphthong, and you when you pronounce and I close my eyes, it was clearly a wedge. So I imagine how much do you cost to learn all this information and speak correctly to be a teacher. So I think for you this was very difficult when you was in university or not.
Absolutely, absolutely. It has been a long road. First, understanding how words are pronounced in some dialects. I mean, in standard dialects like RP and General American. Then, understanding later that not everyone pronounced the words in the same way, but for example, someone from an African country, an English-speaking African country, they would have a slightly different pronunciation, diphthongs that I was sure that it was I, like five, might, were pronounced foive and moit in countries like New Zealand. I was like completely it was really mind blowing. Really, I couldn't understand. It didn't make any sense to me. It was like thinking I spent so much time in university trying to learn the right quotation marks, right pronunciation, and then, but it took me a while to understand that English is a language that is not standard. Just like Spanish is pronounced in different ways in Spain, in different areas of Spain, right? In Chile, in different regions in Chile, in Peru, in Argentina. So everyone uses the language just like when you drive a car or you ride a bike. When you ride a bike, you ride your bike the way you like it because the bike is taking you from one place to the other. And you can go
Like the
straight
car.
like a car, right? You can go the long way, or you can take a shortcut. So it's the language, the English language is a tool that you can use, and people use it just the way they want. So you need to understand that and be flexible. Just try to open your ears, try to be flexible with different accents. Um, That's why, Bastian, it's I mean, country would be sort of a standard pronunciation, but there are many people that may not say country, that may say country, 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 and that's going to be totally fine. Now, how do you know which one is the correct pronunciation? Probably every pronunciation you will hear from an English-speaking person will be correct, because it's according to their reality, their country they live in. So, I don't know. Later on, you will see that things are going to change in your head, particularly concerning pronunciation. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, Bastian. Alrighty, I think it's time for us for a break. After the break, you need to tell me if we can work with another exercise like this, for example, to identify affricate sounds, how many words end in a consonant sound, how many diphthongs and liquid consonant sounds are there, something like that. Or if you prefer to work with suprasegmental features of English, meaning features of connected speech, meaning tone, tonality, and tonicity, word stress, intonation. Okay, so after the break, you let me know which area you would like to focus on for the second half, all right? We can do something like a democratic exercise. We type segmental features, what we are doing right now, or suprasegmental features. And then you vote, by the thumbs up thing, all right? And then we decide, all right? If that's okay with you guys, of course. So I'll see you in 10 more minutes. Enjoy your break. I'll see you around in 10 more minutes.
Okay, teacher.
All right.
See you later.
See you.
Enjoy your break.